Mr. Plump? Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she? Don't be absurd. I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale. Why? Are you insisting that you were not afraid? I mean, that was the main thing that I was actually going for, by the way, viewers, because it definitely said, "Oh, I was calm," and she's definitely not calm. But the game later on, like, leaded me to see that, take note of the emotions getting weaker. And I thought this is where we're gonna get the contradiction. And it definitely seems reasonable, by the way. Like, she was afraid when she was more afraid and frantic of the whale headbutting the rock, but she wasn't as much as afraid when she saw it holding Jack's body. So that would have made sense. So it was either one of or the other, but I would have gone with this choice originally, but the game definitely led me to actually pick the other one, which I don't know. Fuck you, game. It must have been something else that scared her, damn boss. However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while it was doing that. How the hell? Are you telling me that you're not remembering it very well? It sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see? This is practically turning into a counseling session. I saw something? Oh, I remember now. 50%. Okay, good. Now, if you could please tell the court what you saw. It's gonna be something that's gonna be incriminate us even further. Pretty sure of that. I saw bright red blood. I mean, we kinda assumed that was the thing because we've seen the blood here. The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a great cloud of blood. Yeah? Yes, that's it. That's why I was so that's why I was so sure. That's when I knew that a killer whale had killed a person for a second time. She still can't identify the body, though. Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Looking at this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood. So her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? That would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Please take a look at this, blood-stained coin. Eee! She did scream? I actually don't remember that. I really don't remember that. Cease and desist at once. What kind of a man chose a lady blood? She doesn't have to get so worked up. I was badly injured during the interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. What interview? The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities. This is a bad turn. If Mr. Plump saw blood, then does that mean Orla really did attack the victim? It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. Smack. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination, right, Dono? Goddamn. What do we do now, boss? Was your goddamn idea? Well, there's still some noise, so... gonna have to clear that up. That testimony was not at all what I expected to hear. Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Miss Plump's heart. What? You mean there's more? Yes, but there's no telling what it is. It could be something even more damaging. Is there even anything left of our case to damage? I mean, might as well go for it, I guess. Well, whatever it is, we have to face it, head on. Athena, you believe in Orla, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth. Yeah, you're right. I know we can handle the truth. You can't handle the truth! Whatever it is. So let's delve a little deeper. What was the name of that movie? I don't remember it. Tom Cruise and what was his name again? Jack Nicholson? Yeah. You can't handle the truth. You've got it, boss. Killer Whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. Info update. After he started headbutting, I saw that awful blood and waste and was terrified. Blood coming from... I think that's gonna be the contradiction here. Blood coming from the body, which is definitely a contradiction. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. And this is where it shows that at that time there was no blood and the hat was on already. But she's definitely not biting him here, so... Do you see any emotion that seems odd or out of place? Pay attention to not only which emotions... Ah, come on, game! Fuck you! You're gonna lead me on to that again? But yeah, there's blood here as well, so why didn't she have the same intensity of fear? That's a little bit strange. I guess that statement was for this one, I guess. Bad coding? I don't know. Huh. Her fear appears to lessen here at this statement. Mr. Plump? Weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him? My, that's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then... the blood seemed to disappear. Disappear? And why do you suppose that was? Yeah, took a shot at me. Simple. It was because of the pirate hat. What? After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared. That doesn't make any sense at all. How does that even work?
Objection!
Yeah, I'm gonna object to that. And how exactly does that work? How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy. Wait a minute. From whom was this blood that Miss DePlump saw actually coming from? From whom was this blood? I mean... Oh, we got an entry for Simon that we didn't read. Prosecutor and prisoner inmate, he has mastered the use of psychological manipulation in courtroom battles. I mean, it's most likely his blood. That's for sure. Take that! There's no denying that. The obvious thing to assume would be that it was the victim who was bleeding. But if that were the case, why would Orla putting on a hat make the blood disappear? Unless... From whom was this blood that Miss DePlumb saw actually... From whom was this blood that Miss Plump was actually coming from? Why is it asking me the same question again? The game is just gonna give me a break? It didn't penalize me? That was the wrong one? Maybe it was coming from, Orla herself? Take that! Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim. I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in the pool beside the victim. Oh, I wouldn't say there was no one else. It is an orca pool, after all. What? Then where is this alleged injury on the defendant? Yep, that's true. I'm not sure, but if simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear, then the blood must have been coming from somewhere on Orla's head. That actually doesn't make any sense at all. Why would blood why would the bleeding stop once Orla puts on a hat? That's absolutely stupid. What the hell, game? This is absolutely stupid. Harley Monroe! The orca's head? What are you prattling on about? That's stupid. Come on. Come on, game. Do you want me to delete this playthrough altogether? What kind of bullshit is this? Please think about it again, Mr. Plump. Think back to what you really saw. That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? Nah. I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim after all. You know what, viewers? This game sucks. This game is absolutely trash! Is this the worst case, the worst Phoenix Wright case of all time? This one might be a contender, viewers. This one might be a contender. Noise level at 0%. We did it! Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her. That's actually canon, by the way, viewers. This case is canon. That was a huge help, Athena. It was also pretty dicey for a while, though. Well, this is a surprise. The blood that the witness saw was the defendant's, not the victim's. we're probably gonna have to confirm that, though. And since there's no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. That what Miss DePlump witnessed was not the moment of the murder, as she claims.
Objection!
I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it is far too dull to cut to the bone. I mean, do you need a shiv that can cut through the bone? I mean, just stab. It should be fine. Meaning? I grant that what the witness saw was the victim's blood. Was not the victim's blood, sorry. But it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? That's true. Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility, but it's not in the autopsy, unless this actually also means contusion from head trauma is also a thing. But doesn't contusion mean that there's gonna be blood? There should be some blood coming out, especially from like a brain injury. Like you definitely can bleed like from your nose or from your ears if you get hit too hard in the head. So I don't know about that. Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility. I didn't want to pay. He has a point there. Well, I guess we're gonna go with that. You can never bleed, even if you have a brain hemorrhage. If you wish to challenge me to a duel, you'll need a sharper blade than that, Wright Dono. More like Wright Don't Know. I demand the evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder. Death. There must be something. Think, Phoenix. If I'm correct, then the victim's death occurred before DePlump saw it. That's the thing here. But I'm gonna try and pick the wrong answer here. It's the only thing that would definitely save us. If the victim was alive when Orla started her headbutting, then that would basically make Orla the one who killed him. Yeah, that's why I picked the wrong answer. The only thing that makes sense is that Jack was dead already when she witnessed all of that. But since I don't think she did it, then we must be wrong about when it took place. If the victim was already dead when Orla started her headbutting, then that would mean he died sometimes before Miss Plump was watching her. The events Miss Plump witnessed took place at around 10:10 a.m. I must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10. Something that happened before 10:10? I mean, we have the other footage that shows that yeah, 10:09. We must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10. Belongs to Rhymes. It was accidentally switched with Pearl's calendar around 10:10. Oh, no, 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 no. We don't need this. It's probably gonna be the only thing that's gonna help me here. There's a new rival featuring the dashing red stash with a fluttering red scarf. Huh. We'll obtain the gold coins hidden in the skull rock. Is that how she knew it was shaped as a skull? Because she never saw it. But yeah, the only thing that can help us here, I think it's the calendar.
Take that!
Well, if it's not the calendar, then it's gonna be the picture. But wasn't that very obvious? Why are you even asking me about that? This is the evidence that proves that Mr. Plump didn't see the moment of the murder. Huh? I'm not sure that's really related to what Miss Plump did or didn't witness. Damn, shutting me down? But you're not sure, right? No, we can be quite sure. It's unrelated. Yes, quite. Ouch. I guess we can be. Is it gonna be really like that? Why are you doing this game?
Take that!
Why are you doing this game? Do we really need to stop just to point out that she was there at 10:09 and she didn't see the orca headbutting Jack? I mean, didn't we already... we've spent ages pointing that out. Are we gonna point that again? We've only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10:10. To there's nothing as such as 10:10. From 10:09 to 10:10, which means there's still footage going further back that we need to check. Your Honor, I request that all of the security footage be played for the court. That's really stupid. That's really stupid. I think this case is really stupid, viewers. Are you telling me really for me to point out that we need to check what's happening before is to actually point out the same footage that the game just pointed out, and we've been talking about it for the most of this case, for most of this trial? All of the footage? Mr. Plum witnessed the cloud of blood at around 10:10, but I believe the victim was already dead by that time. So your assertion is that the murder took place before Mr. Plump arrived? Exactly. The security camera footage starts at 10 a.m. when the aquarium opened. Where does the game definitely never pointed that out. Look, we know that the show starts at 10 a.m., but the security camera does not start at 10 a.m. Things can happen even before the aquarium opens, you know. And I believe there's vital evidence in the 10 minutes before. Huh. You're quite the gambling man, right, Dono? Oh, you don't know about his gambling career? Are you honestly willing to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes? I mean, that's the only thing that we can do. I've bet on slimmer chances before, but when he puts it that way... Damn. My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackwell, so I suggest you get ready to eat humble pie. I mean, you should have said eat crow since he has a thing for birds. Uh-oh, I can't back down now. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. That was a missed opportunity. Well, if the defense is that confident in its importance, Prosecutor Blackwell, the security footage. Fool Wright. Roger Dodger. I have the rest of the security footage right here. Very well. Please play it for the court. Please, please have something for me. This is what it looked like at 10:10 a.m. The witness can be seen here. Alright, I'll just back the footage up to the beginning now. 9, 8. Oh, that's 6, sorry. It appears Miss DePlump hasn't arrived yet at this point. Now to see if I can find something from before this point in time. 10:03 and 10:10. Nothing. And that's the thing. Nothing. So we didn't see even the body drop down. Not to mention, the body might have been stuck inside the skull somehow. So whoever killed it, whoever killed him, actually had to swim down here to try and fit Jack to the skull rock or something. Is that it? Yep, that's all the footage there is. That's more than enough, actually. Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for? We got nothing. Huh. Well, Wright, don't know? Those were the 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Did you see anything of significance? Did I see anything important? I'd better think about this carefully. In this footage, we see nothing. We see nothing, and that's what's important. And I don't know, like, what's the catch here? You're not gonna let me see the footage again to make sure? This is the important thing the footage shows. I don't see anything, actually. I don't see anything. Can I... maybe I think I can at least have a comparison here. What is missing? These footage. I would probably say the coins. I think I'm gonna point out at the rock here, and I'm gonna say that's why we didn't see the victim. And that's the thing. That's the thing that I'm actually trying to point out. I'm trying to point out that we didn't see Jack.
Take that!
Kind of pointed here. And what's so vital about this point, Mr. Wright? Different things are important to different people. Importance is a subjective thing. No, it's not. Yes, just as my decision to assign a penalty is a subjective thing. Wait a minute. What if something that should be in the footage isn't there? Yeah, that's the thing. What I'm trying to point out, and I'm gonna go with nothing. What I'm trying to point out here is that we don't see anything. So I got a penalty here, viewers, just because what I really wanted to try and point out is that we don't see the body. And, you know, the game gave me, like, an option saying that we don't see anything important. And that's the correct choice. But that's not the fact that we haven't seen anything is important. But the game is telling me we don't see anything important. Even though that's the correct option. And the fact that we haven't seen anything is the important thing. Good job, game. We can see nothing of importance in that footage. Just as I thought. You're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. It doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence.
Objection!
No, it's just the opposite. Huh? What do you mean by that? In this 10 minutes of footage, something important should be there. In this 10 minutes of footage, something important that should be there isn't there. Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence. What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice? Yes. Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please. What is this important thing that you say should be in the footage but isn't? Is the way for me to show the body? Is showcase that we haven't seen? Jack drop in? Is that it? Yeah, you see, you see how stupid, how confusing that was? Like, that's what that's what I try to do, is trying to point out that Jack, we haven't seen the Jack's body in these past 10 minutes. And, well, until the 10 minutes mark, at the very least. And the game didn't give me a clear choice about what I'm trying to point out. So yeah, good job, game. The important thing we should see in the footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage. Oh. Ugh, that's right. If the victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage, it means that he must have been there by the Skull Rock during those 10 minutes. But no human being can hold their breath underwater for that long. I heard that there are people that can hold their breath for 5 minutes. 5 minutes is way too long, and I think the potential lung capacity, like the lung capacity for human beings, can actually be like really large. I think people say that if you know, they managed to, you know, they took out the human lungs and try to spread it out, and it's like it was like it had like like a really it's like they managed to stretch it out to a much larger size than the human body itself. So like human lungs can have a large capacity to them, and it's definitely a muscle that you can actually that you need to train. But I definitely heard of people that can hold their breath for 5 minutes or maybe even longer. That definitely requires a lot of training, a lot of years to do that too. But no human being can hold their breath underwater for that long. Wait a minute. Wait 5 minutes. Are you saying... Wait 5 minutes while you're holding your breath. When the security camera started up at 10 a.m., the victim was already dead. That's a hypothesis, actually. It's one that makes sense. That might make sense. Order in the court. Then, yeah, that finishes the trial, actually. Now we actually have to wait for the police to make an investigation, like to make sure of that. Order in the court. If that's the case, then when was the victim murdered? I don't know, Your Honor, but we know it had to have been sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client. Huh. But there is no one else who could have killed the victim. Objection. Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back our theory as well. It's the gold coins. Do you now? I could be very interested in seeing this evidence. The defense's trump card. That thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I wouldn't go so far to call it decisive, but now's the time to play it. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. What evidence shows that the crime may have been committed by a human? It is the blood-stained coin.
Take that!
What's this? A coin? Yes, a fake coin used in the aquarium's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. The coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon. This tiny little coin is the murder weapon. Mr. Wright, if this is another one of your bluffs... Huh. As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor. This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins altogether, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. The one just happened. This one just happened to have blood on it. Did you have the blood analyzed to see who it is? You should direct that question to Fulbright, not me. Not yet. But there were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So, to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool, one of them with a blood stain on it. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honor, The real purpose that the victim was killed beside the pool. The side of the pool? What? What? What did I read here? The defense proposed that the victim was killed beside the pool. The side of the pool, beside the pool. But if the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the orca did it. I mean, no. I think the orca can still kill it. I realize you are trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous. How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once? There's gotta be the cannon. It'd be pretty easy if they were in a bag or something like that, or something of that nature. And so, where is this bag the coins were in? It's gonna be the scarf. Is it gonna be the scarf? Is it gonna be the scarf? Someone took his scarf? And the scarf isn't there in the footage here? Which makes sense. We cannot see it. Unfortunately, Your Honor, we recovered nothing of the sort from the scene. It is possible the culprit took it with them. They took it. The true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. They then threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. We're gonna have to establish a motive. And the motive might be in this book, actually. Maybe the culprit is related to this victim, so this is some sort of a revenge. Maybe revenge on the goddamn orca itself. They then threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. And then they left taking the bag. And they left taking the bag the coins were in with them. Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. A dead body floats up in a water environment. Maybe it has something to do with seawater being salty. No, it has nothing to do with that. I don't think that's the case. Even like in a pool, a dead body is gonna float. Is gonna be floating. It's not gonna be stuck down. That is for sure. So yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. They got rid of the evidence that points to a human culprit to put the blame on Orla. That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. I don't think so. I really don't think so. You found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perpetrator. Yeah, somehow. We could have done that at the very beginning, but... Let's hope my luck holds out. I wonder why Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't said anything.